the passion this afternoon. We talk a lot about the consequences of illegal immigration on American citizens, and rightfully so. It was a nightmare for the American people, many of whom were robbed, raped, and murdered by illegal aliens. Today, we're examining the humanitarian catastrophe for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's open borders cause for children. And South Carolina is not alone. We've had children killed by illegal aliens. We had a sanctuary sheriff in South Carolina just last year who was letting out illegals, not working with ICE, refused to work with ICE, and she was letting out, Kristen Graziano was her name, and she lost her election, rightfully so, in November. But she was letting out illegals who were rapists, murderers, pedophiles, that sort of thing. So open borders are not compassionate, they're cruel. The Biden administration's decision to fling our border wide open and institute catch and release put hundreds of thousands of unaccompanied children at risk of exploitation through sex trafficking, child pornography, narco trafficking, and modern-day slavery. So, Mr. Cuffari, a DHS Inspector General, you sounded the alarm on this issue, and I know each and every American thanks you. So my question for you this afternoon is, how many unaccompanied children were lost by the Biden administration?
I believe the figure is 233,000.
And how many unaccompanied children were registered to non-existent addresses or had no address listed at all?
I don't have the exact number on that. There were 31,000 who had invalid addresses.
Okay, and in your review, how frequently did you find numerous children registered to the same address?
Frequently.
And do you believe there were sufficient safeguards in place to prevent these from happening?
No.
As you mentioned, in 2021, the Biden administration removed a requirement HHS provide ICE with biographic and biometric information to vet the sponsors and adult members of the household of unaccompanied minors. They made it easier to hand unaccompanied children to criminals. How many unaccompanied minors the Biden administration handed over to criminals or known cartel associates?
I know that the recent efforts between HHS and DHS have identified 400 sponsors who have been arrested.
In your review, how many sponsors did you identify who are criminals or known cartel associates?
I don't have that figure.
Was ICE able to properly vet sponsors of unaccompanied children for criminal history or cartel ties without biographic or biometric information from ICE?
No, they were prohibited from doing so.
Crazy. Did the Biden administration conduct DNA testing to verify sponsors claiming a familial relation were in fact related to the unaccompanied child?
That's a report that we just published within the last few days. I think the figure was 0.1% of individuals who came to the border had DNA tested.
Did the Biden administration, we did that. Okay, so are you aware DHS has a program called Intensive Supervision Appearance Program, ISAP, to monitor the location of illegal aliens on the non-detained docket, manage cases, and ensure compliance?
Yes.
Okay, do you believe a similar program to track the location of unaccompanied children would reduce the risk of unaccompanied minors being exploited?
It would certainly be very helpful.
Okay, I want to thank you for being here today, and also as someone who has spent my good part of my political career protecting women and children. I want to say that protecting them from illegals who are rapists, murderers, and pedophiles is supremely important. I have authored dozens of bills to protect women and kids. I'm someone who found myself accidentally uncovering possible child sexual abuse material in November of 2023, and I will fight like hell for women and kids everywhere across the country. And I want to be sure that when we're talking about pedophiles, convicted, et cetera, that we think about the making sure that we don't expose who those victims are, who those kids are, that if we are going to release files, that we redact the names of the kids that were involved or the names of the victims. I myself, as a victim, currently today, fighting for justice for myself and other women, I can't express how important that is. But also, how do you traffic 1,000 kids and only have one accomplice? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm for full transparency of all pedophiles. I'm for making sure that we go after those who've raped kids, who've done the worst of the worst. So thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.
The gentlelady yields.